formidable robot.
For those confused about the title and this being a random first post, don't worry, I will explain in a minute. Allow me to start my proper introduction first. Hello everyone, it's me, Eddie. I'm the cousin of Toby, who posted here before. I usually hunt in the forest near my town, somewhere next to an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese building that neither the public nor the government cares about. According to a blog my cousin posted here, there's a fan game of some horror game online called Five Nights at Prototype Fredbear's. He messaged me about it, and the creator of that game wasn't even aware of the occurrence described in the post. It wasn't even in the game. I also recall from the post that Toby had a vivid nightmare about a yellow bear named Prototype Fredbear killing his poor little cat, but luckily he was fine. But judging by this being a nightmare, it can't be real, right? Well, I will tell you about my encounter with this creature too, which can't possibly be real. If my cousin saw this figure, I would need to believe it when I saw it. This has to be a video game character, right? Right? I got prepared for this entity to arrive at my house. I grabbed my shotgun, which I use for hunting and self-defense, turned on my backyard camera, and hid in my house for safety. It should be noted that I live alone, and I have no pets or anything to keep me company. I had my camera set to record everything, and sadly this camera was cheap. You might think that's a good thing, but it makes things appear in black and white, which is not what I expected, but it would work. While I was waiting for this figure to appear, I wondered if there was a point in snapping a picture of this creature as evidence. I think Toby and I are the only ones who can see it. Though an unsettling feeling of being watched overcame me at this moment, and then there was something running outside. I immediately took a picture of whatever was on the camera, and when the picture came out, there was something I couldn't explain. It looked normal, but on the left of the photo, you could see a figure. I zoomed in and snapped a picture of it on my phone to make it easier to notice, but in the photo, it looked ghostly. It was a humanoid creature that looked like a bear from my perspective. You could see the ears on top, but it had features like an animatronic. You could see an endoskeleton underneath, which wasn't an actual skeleton. It had a bow tie and hat, and the creature was literally looking straight into the camera. It was Prototype Fredbear, the creature that Toby was talking about in his post. Looking at the photo, I quickly grabbed my shotgun and ran straight outside. The creature was still out there, and it noticed me. It was just sitting there eating a little possum. The bear was indeed yellow, and it was angry at me for disturbing it, I guess. It ran straight towards me, and it jumped right on top of me. I started kicking and struggling, but the creature started growling at me. It spoke.
How dare you disturb my breakfast? It seems like you will be my next breakfast. Maybe for lunch too with my friends.
The voice was deep, angry and distorted as it continued to speak.
You know, things would have been different if you stayed in your house and didn't come here to disturb me.
I started grabbing at the bear's jaw, using as much force as I could, and as it slowly started to disconnect, blood started coming out, which I didn't know was possible for an animatronic-like creature. It started screaming, and I also tried to avoid its sharp teeth. I finally tore off the jaw, and blood started gushing out onto my face, including the bear's bow tie on its neck. Holding its jaw, I dropped it, and the bear looked angry at me. I started laughing at it, laughing like an insane person would, and I started rubbing my eyes to make sure I was just going insane about what had just happened. It was real, and the bear turned its head around at a 360-degree angle towards me, and something that sounded like human bones cracking was audible. It slowly walked towards me, and I started shooting at it. Blood, and I bloody mean so much blood, started bloody coming out of the bloody creature. Bloody hell. This is when the creature's jaw slowly started reattaching. I looked down, shocked, but the original jaw that came off was still lying on the ground. While distracted, the creature ran straight at me, but luckily I noticed, and judging by how strong I was, I pushed it into the outdoor pool. The creature was struggling to get out of the pool, and I laughed as the pathetic bear suffered until it finally got out of the pool, completely wet. It made the water red from all of the blood on its body. I ran away, starting to shoot at it while it was chasing me. It was screaming, obviously it was feeling the pain, but the wounds weren't showing until my shotgun eventually ran out of bullets. I had to drop my shotgun and run to the garage. The bear was still chasing me. I grabbed my keys, hands shaking, until my hands finally cooperated and I unlocked the car. The bear was behind me, and it grabbed me until the claws dug into my shirt and the skin underneath my sleeves. I kicked the bear away and got into my car. I started it up and drove out of my garage. The bear got down and started crawling on all fours. I had to leave this neighborhood, but this was my chance. I had the idea of killing the creature, so I went as far as I could to kill the bear. The bear was behind my car, so I backed my car in with the force I could muster, and I finally hit the bear as I heard a slight bump. I stepped out of my car, and I looked at the damage. The bear was losing blood, but it was trying to get the wheel off its body. It was clearly crushing it, and it was now screaming loudly. As I went to my house and closed the door, I heard a creepy music box coming from my room. It sounded like the Swedish Rhapsody number station, which sent chills down my spine. At first I hesitated, but something told me to go to my room and check it out. As I slowly went into my room, the music got louder and louder, and I heard my front door creak, and I heard footsteps coming. They sounded like they were getting close to my room. I looked at my computer, and it was off, but that music box was still playing. I saw eyes coming from the hallway, and it was prototype Fredbear, looking angrier than before. He started twitching, and he ran straight towards me. I slammed the door in his face, locking it shut. I heard his footsteps moving away from the door. I opened the door, but I noticed the doorknob was about to fall off. The bear was standing there in the hall, and I had nothing to protect myself with. This was it. For those who are still reading this, I guess this is my final goodbye, and as I say this, the bear is getting close. If this somehow gets posted online, someone else found it, and this is in my journal. One thing I apologize for is the fact I claimed to live alone. I never lived alone. I have a brother you see, and his name is Julius. I haven't seen him in ages. Well anyway, this is it. The bear is now inside my room, and I'm huddled on my bed, hugging my knees. I can't sneak under him or anything. It's in my sight. Goodbye, best wishes.